handle?
No handle, no keyhole.
Have you guys gotten back yet into the game?
Does Jimmy use his mage hand to help me as well?
I'll use my hate hand to assist you.
Okay, so now there are 2 mage hands pushing against one door.
Yeah. Of course, since Mage Hand's only good for 1 pound, yeah, that gives you 2 pounds pushing against a door. Has anyone actually tried the handle on it?
No handle.
No handle. I think I remember back when we began, Valor, didn't you say that you had knock?
Yes, but that only unlocks a door. It does not open it.
Well, there has to be some way of opening it. Can someone do an investigation check and see if they find anything? Maybe there's like a hidden button on the wall or something?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, one of you folks that are high in wisdom or something, my investigation and perception is like really bad.
My perception is high, but investigation is low.
Is everyone back in the game?
Yeah. It does not matter that you don't have a high investigation. I've had people with negatives to their investigation roll a 20 and get a 19 out of it.
That is true.
I think I'll do that then, in that case.
Everyone roll in the tower.
I can't see any maps yet.
I'm still lagging in.
By the way, all of your hotbars, are they supposed to disappear when the game closes?
Only if you have an improper crash, i.e. your host's internet goes out and it kicks you from the game, or Fantasy Grounds itself crashes or something like that, because it saves all of those when you close. And it didn't get closed, it just blew up. So,
I see.
My condolences. I'm sorry about that, and hopefully our internet will be much more stable now, but there's no guarantees on that.
It's fine.
Okay.
Normally, it's more stable than that, but...
Now, okay, I'm reading knock, and it says a target held shut by a mundane lock or that is stuck or barred becomes unlocked, unstuck, or unbarred. And so, if we do knock, we should be able to either push or pull this thing open as if it's like free swinging, right?
Essentially,
If it's an actual...
But you would have to have enough force to push open the door, which is
Say
heavy.
it
okay.
could just be stuck because it's heavy, not pushing hard enough.
Okay, I tell you, I may not be very skillful, but I am strong, and so, all right, guys, stand a little bit clear without getting totally away. Which first I should ask, we're at this door right here at the beginning of this hallway, correct?
Before you do that, how were all of our investigation checks? Do we find any sort of button, anything that would open up the door or show us that it might be locked in any way?
Yeah, let's do that first before we get physical.
Okay, I've done mine. I haven't
done mine.
Valor done his.
Let's see, investigation, right?
Yes.
Ooh, 19.
Oh.
20.
Ooh, well, Cade, you the bomb.
Yep, should be in the tower, but we'll go with it.
Yeah, you need to start doing it in the tower.
If I cast Prestignation to create a shower of sparks directly on the tower with the scorch marks on it.
Directly on the what?
Only you can see that. So you and Cage were the only two that got high enough score to see that. The rest of the party doesn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know that they know what I'm talking about, which is what you know I'm talking about. Or was supposed to whisper that.
Nothing happens. So he just raises his hand, and dancing lights appear in the middle of the door, and nothing happens.
Okay, all right.
Mind telling us why you're doing that?
Well, because there's scorch marks right here by this tower, and I point it out so that everyone can now see it.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
The
I've
elaborate
studied-
engraving of a tower there with scorch marks around it, and I'm thinking that it may be a
Anybody,
magical entry.
anybody have a torch?
I do.
I've got a candle.
Can you light the torch and then put it on the scorch mark, or put it near the scorch mark so that it burns the middle?
I can try. I produce some
I
matches
can light.
and I light the torch.
I can.
Okay.
The candle. The torch comes to light as I put my hand over it, as if by magic.
Ooh.
Show off.
I know. It's great
Does
to be
anything
a wizard.
happen as he pushes the torch against the burn mark?
Nope.
We're
Okay.
burning it down after all.
So
Can I study the specific area there? To study like magical properties of it.
Okay. Arcana check.
I will help and do my own.
I'll also see if there's anything historical significant about the emblem.
Huh.
Well, it does have a engraving of a tower standing in a lightning storm. Perhaps only one certain type of energy can open it.
Oh.
We're
That's what I was thinking about. That's why I made the shower, box, because I can't make lightning, unfortunately.
we're going about this the wrong way. We need cold.
Cold? Why?
All I have is a torch.
Because it's a magical door.
There's trace amounts of cold energy.
Cold.
Okay.
Does anybody
Um,
have chill? Or actually, I wouldn't. I don't know how to ask this. Does anybody have a spell that has any coldness to it?
What I could do is cool it down at Presignation. It's not true cold, but it's the best I could do.
Try it. See what happens.
Hand over the lock there as it cools down. As it cools down to actually, I take out my water skin, and I use that as well. Put it next to it to enhance it, and it becomes ice.
Okay, guys. I'm not sure if you're going to solve this puzzle. So I'm starting a 10-minute timer, and when it runs out, we're moving on.
Okay. I might still, after you guys get done with some of this, recommend knock, which also, if you choose a target held shut with arcane lock, the spell is suppressed for 10 minutes, during
Yeah.
which time the target can be opened and shut.
Yes, that's what I was gonna do if this didn't work.
Okay.
Cold doesn't seem to be working.
So I use knock on the door and have it swing open.
It suppresses the magic. It does not have it swing open.
Okay.
Okay.
Eldor will go up and try to just open the knocked door.
Strength check.
Strength check.
I will help.
Likewise.
Everybody
So
helps.
with advantage.
Okay. With advantage, you want it into the chat or into the tower?
You could put it in the chat.
Okay. I'm glad it dropped the 1.
Valid pushes it open.
Unfortunately, it's a
Amazing.
DC 25.
Wow.
To push open by brute strength is nearly impossible, which is, by definition, DC 25.
Okay. All right.
But natural 20.
Nope. On a DC check, a natural 20 is not a guaranteed pass.
Okay.
So,
I give Eldor.
and the DC was set before you guys rolled. So,
Cade.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I look at Cade and I tell him, you said that you have a crowbar, right?
I do.
Give it to Eldor. And immediately I give Eldor my bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Pull up my crowbar and I hand it to Eldor.
Okay.
so I give you one more try, this time with Bardic Inspiration, and a slightly
advantage.
lower DC. So now it's a DC 20. We'll see if you guys manage to pry your way in.
And
Okay.
you have advantage on your roll because you're using a crowbar.
Okay. Is that all right for Nobis?
Oh yeah, I haven't ever decided. I haven't ever had that with you.
Would you rather
Because
have... I was reducing the DC from 25 to 20 because he's using the crowbar.
No.
I'll give you a choice.
3.
Would you rather have a DC of 25 with advantage or a DC of 20 with without advantage?
I'll take 20 without advantage.
Yep.
Roll
Okay.
your.
All
Roll
right.
your
So
save.
strength.
22.
Oh, yeah.
You barely manage to pry open the door. And as you pull it open, you're hearing the straining and grinding of other things that are being forced in directions they're not supposed to go. You get the door open, and you realize that there is some sort of a strange contraption built into the inside hinges here.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't do anything. It's built into the hinges, and magic is suppressed right now.
Okay. Now the magic will be suppressed for only like 10 minutes, guys. So I don't know what happens at that point, but we should probably move along.
Well,
I cast detect magic to enhance our chance of finding anything of value.
Okay. Detect magic.
oh yeah, as long as he touches the door, he can see what the magic does.
Well, he'll see what school the magic is. Okay, if you sense any magic... You sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use an action to see a faint aurora around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, or a thin sheet of lead. Okay, remember you are in the stone tower.
Right. Okay. So at this point, is my strength holding the door open, or is the door staying open as I press a little less on the crowbar?
The door seems to be staying open even as you're laying off the force.
Okay. Guys,
Well
I
done.
recommend we get in and get to work. I think we got 10 minutes to do whatever we're going to do.
Okay. As you're walking into the room, you hear some banging on the bars over here, and you look through, and you see 2 very large... Here, let me just send you the pictures of these.
Okay.
You're seeing those in there, and they look extremely intimidating.
I really don't think we want to battle those guys.
They're behind the bars of a door. Behind the bars, right?
Yep, they're behind the bars, and the bars seem pretty secure.
Mm-hmm.
I yell to Eldor and I say, just run along the sides all the way to the end and just look through each one. I'll take left, you take right.
Okay.
Hold on, guys. Let me go first.
Okay.
I'd say, and try and sneak
You don't
forward.
have any dark vision. You won't be able to see outside the light.
Boy, yeah, and I don't think sneaking's going to do us any good with all that we just did to this door.
Remember, there's still 40 foot of light around me because I did recast those things.
Yes, but the light
Oh.
will give him away.
Then can I use the torch we lit before and just toss it down
Yeah.
the hallway?
At this point, I think a torch is fine. Matter of fact, anything that gives us light, I think, is fine.
I can just like light up the entire hallway. I have an entire bag of like pellets which I can just
Well,
Yeah,
now keep
do
in
it,
mind,
because-
scatter.
we may need some of that magic to save our butts, so don't use
No,
everything you
it-
got
it-
for
it-
light.
No, I really enchanted basically before while we were opening the door. I casted my magic
Tick tock,
armor.
tick tock.
and
All this
then-
bickering, and a minute has passed.
Okay. All right.
Um,
Eldor is moving down the
I-
right side
I
of
have-
the hall,
I still
looking
have
in
to take magic
each
on.
gate.
Kate's
Okay.
looking through the left.
Same.
You see small sacks in some of these. And so there's a small sack over here. Actually, that is a bookcase that has a scroll on it. There
Valor just went
is
down the whole thing,
a
looking to the
pile
left.
of stuff off in this corner.
Okay.
The 10-foot circle's a corner with stuff. Looks like a pile of rags and some other stuff. Maybe some goggles.
Okay.
Only these first few gates can you see past.
Okay.
These that look wooden and these up here are solid metal. So this is plated wood. So detect magic will not sense through them. This is solid metal, so detect magic will not sense through it.
Can I do a perception check, see if I can see in the keyhole?
Yes, you may.
Ooh,
Can I unlock this gate if it has a lock?
critical.
Which point at a gate? It'd be best if you guys use arrows to show me what you're pointing at, because we're trying to do this with time being of
Right.
the essence.
Right.
Okay. Valor's doing that one.
I'm doing this one.
Okay. And where are these creatures we saw, Pernobus?
They are in this one over here.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you see the one? I did a critical perception check on it.
Very nice, very nice. So you do find a keyhole in that. It's obscured. You had to feel around on the panel, and finally you found a place that you could slide to the side, revealing a keyhole. It was not where you'd normally expect a keyhole to be.
Excellent. Is it open?
How much would you see not having dark vision?
The door is, you can see into the room, and there seems to be a bunch of gold in this room.
Excellent.
So that means the room's lit?
I'm assuming that he could see. If not, he'd have someone with dark vision come over.
Right.
So, at
Yeah.
this point,
Exactly.
you've sensed something magical here, and the first three rooms you could look in over here
Okay.
that have the gates you can sense past. You've seen gold in this room, and you can only presume that the heavier doors also have good stuff in them if you could get into them.
Right.
May I use my thieves' tools to pick this lock?
You may
Is-
attempt it,
Is there a lock on this gate?
and it should be
Um,
in the tower with these. There is a
So
lock on the
dexter-
gate. All of the gates have a very visible lock on them.
These
Is that a
tools.
sleight of hand check? Or
Okay, Valord. That is good enough to get through that door. So you find a pair of crystal lenses that I'm going to stick in the party inventory.
Okay. Cool.
which roll do I need to roll to try and pick the lock?
Thieves' tools is a dexterity.
Okay, I did it on this gate.
Gotcha.
Okay, and gain into
Oh,
there.
critical! Are you kidding me?
Should be in the tower. I'll
Yes, you
allow
need to
it.
Remember to do
It
that.
should be in the tower. The next time you get something awesome, not in the tower, I would disregard it. You find 100 gold in now.
I find 100 gold.
Yep, and
Did
that's
I
added to the
unlock
party
this gate?
sheet.
I did another thieves' tools on this gate.
I'm
Yep, that was
I'm
your
obviously
second one. You haven't done the third one yet. And you pulled the scroll off of the shelf. So let's see, you've done several things. Valord, you are about 5 minutes in at this point. Let's hear what some
Okay.
other people are doing.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm merely walking around finding all the magical items when all the doors that get opened.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm letting
So
other
we-
people collect the magical items
Yep,
because I'm
yep.
not unlocked.
So-
Eldor is doing the same thing.
So at this point, the
Yep.
only magical item that you can sense that is not behind the door that block it is in this room over here, and you can see a potion off in the corner.
That one has the minotaurs.
Nope,
No, the one
this
next
one has
to it.
the Minotaurs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, you're right. There should. No, I didn't stick anything in there with them.
Okay.
What do you mean I haven't rolled 3 though?
You rolled one for this door and you got something. You rolled one for this door and you've got something. You haven't rolled a third one yet.
Or which door?
Well, I don't know. You told me that you rolled on another door and I'd already given you stuff from that room. So
No, I rolled for the first one. You told me that I got the
you got
eyeglasses.
goggles
I
from
rolled for
here
the second one.
and you got a scroll
Yeah.
from here.
Yeah, you haven't. When I asked you, didn't tell me that I got a scroll
Oh.
from there yet.
I'd already said it. Anyway, continuing on. So, Jimmy, what are you doing?
I can't. I accidentally closed the map again. We're trying to remove my arrow. I'm still just walking around there with the detect magic, trying to find anything that's magical. But since I can't see through the sealed doors,
Well, I broke through this one. Maybe if you get in here, you could send something on the other side of the wall.
You're pretty sure that these are thick stone walls, thicker than a foot. This thing was built to be a fortress.
Well, yes, but
Okay.
if you put barriers up, it should be in the doors, not in the walls.
Okay. Might I suggest that you come over and pick the door of this this next room that has the similar door to the one you did successfully pick?
In that case, I'll do exactly that.
I look over at Eldor and I say, "The door behind you. Try to find a keyhole and look through it."
23. Is that enough to get the door open?
Cade is
Kate,
gonna not.
it doesn't count
He's not gonna.
because it was not in
Yeah.
the tower.
Right.
Try
Yes.
again in the tower.
What do you mean?
The bottom
The thing
right.
it looks like a rook in chess.
It's an archer tower.
Perfect. Okay, so we do that because you don't know, and that was enough to get into that room, but you don't know what that value is to get into this tier, and presumably
Right.
the number keeps going up the further you go that direction.
I see.
Okay. Okay.
How did
So-
they get in?
Yep, and you find a brooch, and that's been
Taking
added.
that
if since he found a keyhole and it gets open, will the detect magic now penetrate the door? If the keyhole is pulled apart, open? Or is the keyhole too small for the detect magic to go through?
I
Ow.
say
I'll allow it if you can find a keyhole in that door. So that's an investigation check, and time-wise, okay, this is getting too chaotic, too crazy. Let's use the combat tracker to keep track of this. So
Okay.
each round is going to be 1 minute at this point. I'm going to say we are 5 minutes in, just starting the 6th minute. Okay, Jimmy, what are you doing with your next minute?
I'm gonna roll. Is investigation or perception?
Investigation to
Or
look
the
for
keyhole?
keyhole. If you're
Okay, I
trying to
just rolled
find a
it
hidden
already.
thing. And Eldor, you can be thinking about what you're doing. Okay,
Yep.
you do manage to find a keyhole, but it took the whole minute. Eldor?
Okay.
he still knows
Okay.
what's inside there.
And he
Okay.
does sense something magical inside, yes. Okay, Eldor?
Okay.
Can one of the thieves open this door?
Okay, I will come over to this door and roll my really bad investigation to see if I can find a keyhole on it. It missed. I don't have enough of the thing exposed. Okay.
And is beyond your ability.
Okay, that's not surprising.
Valor?
Okay, on we go.
And Valor, do remember you do have GM inspiration wherever you want to use it, which is essentially advantage on one check.
I know.
Okay.
I will. Actually, I'll take the advantage. Actually, no. I will wait. I'll take the advantage on the other thing.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Checking for a lock.
On one of the doors that has already been opened and looted?
That door hasn't been looted yet, has it?
Yes, it has.
Oh.
Jimmy managed to get in there, I believe. Jimmy or Cade.
Yeah, all these 3 doors, except the one that Elder is by, has been looted.
Then
This one has not, but essentially everything else on this side has. Except for the Minotaur one, of course.
Right.
Okay, I'll
So,
do an investigation check on that one. Should I re-roll it?
we'll go with this, and that's always beyond your ability. Cade.
I'll try and go for this door then. It's investigation here as well, right? On the tower.
Actually, Jimmy just found the lock on that, and he asked someone to unlock it.
That is
Yeah,
beyond your
the lock
ability.
is found. As the lock is found, it needs to be unlocked.
Yep.
Yes.
But that would have been the same round that he did that, so that wouldn't really work. So he can't be picking lock while the guy's still trying to find the lock. So next minute, Valor, you're at the top.
I guess I will research this door.
It's beyond your ability. It would be the same.
Okay.
Kate, wouldn't with Kate know I found the lock though?
I'll search this door then.
You said it, I believe, as part of your tone you found the lock, but he doesn't want to go over and pick it. He
You
wants to
found
try
the
for the
lock
best
on
items.
the door I was trying to find the lock on.
Yeah.
I was searching this door.
Yes, he already found that.
And that's always beyond your ability.
Okay. Which
But-
door has
but
the
the-
unpicked found lock on it?
This one.
Okay, so Cade, I recommend you head in that direction.
All right.
It's not your turn
On my
though, it's
turn.
Jimmy's turn.
Yeah.
Looking for the lock on that door.
Okay. 1 minute while I place this last thing. Cool. Move that up. Is beyond your ability.
Okay, and I'm standing next to the door. I'm checking that. The door I'm next to, we have not got into yet, right?
But the door below you needs to be unlocked.
Okay, so I'm there checking that one.
Is beyond your ability.
Can you recast knock and have the effect continue for another 10 minutes?
Yes, that's what I was planning to do. That's why there's a line down from the door.
Okay, I rolled investigation. I haven't heard back yet. If
Is beyond your
anything-
ability.
Okay, so on to Cade.
All right. I'll head down and try to pick this one then.
That will do it. Barely, but that will do it. So you
Hell
manage
yeah.
to get into that room, and you find a potion. And a good amount of gold and silver.
Cool.
It's me again.
Yep.
All right. So do we have to take actions to actually pick everything up?
And I'm giving it to you as you find it. So,
Okay, great.
because each of these rounds is a minute, not a round.
I see.
Kate?
Yeah, I just don't know. Like,
You
I
can
can't
check.
get into any of these. Is there any door that hasn't been found yet, like this one?
Okay, there's 7 doors on each side, Pronobus. Can you tell us which doors, like 6 right, 6 left, that type of thing, have not been got into yet?
Okay. So far, if
All the
we
pure metal
count
ones.
from up here,
Okay.
L1 and L2 have not been looted. R1, R2, R3 have not been looted. No locks have been
Okay.
found.
Okay.
And
The 10-foot circle.
L5 has not been looted.
L5. Okay.
10-foot circle.
Yep, 10-foot circle.
Right. Okay.
And the 5-foot circle are the Minotaurs.
Right.
So in that case, I'll try and head up to Elder, see if I can find the lock.
Okay.
How did you move all the way down there, Eldor?
Huh. I was just getting ready for my turn. Sorry, I should not confuse things. I figure if L4 or L3, I guess the 10-foot circle hasn't been done, maybe my poor things might do something on that door.
So did I
Okay.
find anything?
And Cade, you are on that door there. Or to that is not no.
What?
Is beyond your ability.
I see.
Okay.
So whose turn is it right now?
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Find the
I'm
lock,
going to
Jimmy.
try to find the lock. I'm going to try to find the lock in the door.
So Jimmy's trying for L1. Is beyond your ability. Followed.
Since it's 1 minute, I suppose that I can get down here without dashing.
Yep.
And I will recast knock on the door, giving us another 10 minutes.
Okay. Since a lot of this is beyond your ability, I'm not sure if it'd do much good, but maybe you guys can get through creative.
And with that, I say, Eldor, try to open these doors with the crowbar again.
Okay, all these individuals? Or
All
the
those,
ones?
all the metal ones. And I will give him.
So you're not
Is he
trying
within
to
60
pry them
feet?
out. You're not trying to open them with the lock. You're just trying brute force now.
Yeah, because it's beyond all of our abilities to find. I will give him Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. So we're talking about the doors we came in that are clear down here, right?
No.
No?
No,
Okay,
the
you're talking
ones we
about the
haven't
doors
done.
we have, the individuals we haven't done up here, right?
Yes, the pure
Okay.
metal ones.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and is it my turn?
And
Not quite yet.
you didn't give. You never said that you gave the crowbar back to Cade, so I'm guessing you still have it.
Yep.
Yeah, he
Still
does.
hauling it along.
And that'll end my turn.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and give the crowbar a try on the right one that is clear up at the top of the map,
R1.
R1. So, what kind of check do you want me to run on that, Bernobus?
Unfortunately, it is mathematically impossible for anyone to force open that door.
Okay.
So you fail.
All right. I fail.
It's DC 30, and you're trying to do something not by the means, which increases by at least a +5,
Right.
which is
Nope,
mathematically impossible.
Oh, no
Nope.
wonder none of us can figure out the lock on the door.
The
Okay.
good news is that it has really good stuff, but you're not going to
Right.
get it this time around.
Right. Now, Vallard, do you have one more spell slot that you can do knock with?
Yes, I do.
You could try knocking that door when it gets to you. Knock.
Okay.
Just obviously you can't do it for every one of them. Choose one door you think might have the sweetest stuff behind it. Preferably not the Minotaurs.
So I think the further up you go, there's more good stuff. Why
Number
don't we kill them Why don't we kill the Minotaurs?
Pronobis, if you please, number the doors for me.
Okay, so starting from where I've drawn the line, counting backwards, you have left 1, left 2, and you have right 1, right 2, right 3. They're the ones that have not been opened.
I'm only opening the metal doors. So if you could just number them 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay, we'll call
I
the
will.
L1,
Nope, you just number
L2,
them in your head.
and we. Okay,
I will roll a 1d4, and then you tell me which one I use my knock on.
okay, sounds good. 3 would be this one right here. All 1.
Okay.
And it's my turn, right?
Yep. And there's the 10-foot circle is still not unlocked.
So I'm thinking I use this minute to do a perception check and just do a rundown back and forth the room and see if I see anything that could help us. And maybe the Minotaurs have a key or something. I don't know.
Okay. You're looking at the Minotaurs,
I
and
guess I
the
get that far.
Minotaurs look big. They look scary, but they look like they're trapped here and unhappy about it. Being undead, they've been trapped here a long time, and yet it does not age them.
Oh, let's use them to pry open the doors, guys. Come on. Let's make a deal with them.
You can always open the other door. Like there's one door that still needs to be unlocked.
Yeah. The
Are you
10.
not? Come on, it's Minotaurs. What are they gonna do? Eat us?
No, they'll just kill us for fun. There's one we can kill them. Like we can just shoot them till they die.
I think that's our best shot actually to use them.
I only have one more use of knock, so
Should we try it though? Try to convince the Minotaurs to help us in exchange for their freedom?
I don't think they're sentient. I think they're
They,
beasts.
they're undead minotaurs. Remember that. They're not living minotaurs. They're skeletons.
They don't have vocal cords.
We lost our warlocks and no necrotic magic.
Necrotic
They're
ones
still
against bolters.
skeletons. Remember.
Can you say that again?
They're still skeletons. Necrotic can't work on them.
I see.
But the door of the door of the circle on it still needs to be unlocked.
I believe that door has not been checked over yet.
Is there anything in the room of the minotaurs that looks valuable?
That's what I was asking.
Not
my
really.
turn.
It looks like a jail cell that they've been chained away in. Well, they're not chained in it, but I mean it's sealed with them.
Right. Right.
I just marked has not been checked for a lock.
I tried to check it, but I couldn't get into it. But you guys with higher wisdom could probably get it.
Yeah, I just investigate that door that was marked there for a lock.
Okay, you just cast a Jimmy, that was on which door?
We believe
Jim-
that door is the one that has not been checked for a lock.
Perfect. And you do manage to find the lock with that one.
All right.
Okay, yeah, call it out.
So you still need to pick the lock, but you did manage to find the lock.
Oh, I'm on it.
If I unlock the door and I don't get the stuff inside, can I use 6 seconds of my turn to cast knock on that door?
You still have a knock left.
One more.
Let's see, what round are we in? I mean, you could always just cast it next time.
True.
Okay, sodium nitrate.
I
Oh,
will
so-
picklock this door. Do I roll high enough?
1 minute, I was just rolling up something else. Okay. Okay, wow. 24? That's enough.
Nice. I do have a +9 to my ability, so
Cool.
Cool.
what do I find
So-
inside?
You find a bookcase that has several different books, all written in Orcish. Most of them are in pretty bad shape. You can only make out a couple words here and there. They're mostly decayed, but one seems untouched by time and untouched by age. Like I said, though, it's in Orcish.
Yeah, I can't read it, but I would collect them.
Okay, so you're taking the one that's untouched by time and age. The others crumble when you touch them.
Okay.
Cool.
How long has it been since I cast my... It's been within the hour.
Cast your what?
My comprehend languages. I still have my...
Mm.
Wait, no, we slept.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, we had a long rest.
Okay. Next person.
Okay.
He bangs at the door angrily.
Kay just laughs.
Yeah. Is he
It
doing
throws his
something,
axe at Kay.
Pronobus?
Hmm?
Is Minotaur Skeleton Nate doing something?
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
And I
Okay.
he
say to
bangs at the
Cade,
door. There we go.
unlock the door.
You
above
guys were
Cade.
considering killing them, so I stuck them in a combat tracker.
Oh,
So if you
okay.
want to try and
Alrighty.
kill them, I'll bring them back.
Okay. Eldor already knows he's not strong enough for any of these doors, and so I'm just going to pass my turn.
And with that, I move up to Eldor and I cast Knock on the door in front of him.
Okay.
And I tell
That was the
Cade,
door you opened with knock last time. You opening it again?
No, I did not cast Knock on that time.
Yeah, he went down to the R3 instead of R1 last time.
When
He
you
said he
rolled
was-
2 times ago, when you rolled the D4 on which door? You selected this door to cast knock on.
I didn't cast Knock on it yet. I asked you if I could unlock that door that I was standing at with Jimmy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So at this point, you have not cast knock on
No.
any door besides the main door.
yes,
Correct.
and I cast Knock on that twice, and I have 3.
Okay,
second-
I
second
misunderstood.
level spells.
I thought you'd already cast knock on this, and I'd already given you the item behind it into your the party inventory. So now you
Oh,
get
no.
that one.
Oh, okay.
What did I get out of the door in front of Jimmy?
So you end up finding a lance.
Okay. And I say, I don't have any more stuff unless we come back here another day.
All right. Well, I recommend that we start heading back for the main door.
Cade,
Oh,
unlock
it's still
the door
the
above-
it's the roof we haven't gone to yet.
Unlock the door above you, Cade, please.
Very well. So do I get in?
Okay, for this one, yep, you get into that one, and you find
What
a
about-
potion.
Oh, good stuff. God damn it.
I mean, it's a potion of healing. That's useful.
Yeah.
Those are
That's
common
question.
enough. I even say that you know where it is.
Question. Even though I don't know where the locks are, can I still lockpick it?
No.
Okay.
No, I'd say the last 3 doors elude all of your abilities.
But I still want, like, I use one turn to use perception, particularly on the Minotaurs. Are they really not wearing anything, any keys, or, I don't know, hidden pouches? They're wearing nothing, they're just there?
They're skeletons.
They're skeletons,
Yeah, but why
so
lock
they're
them
just
there if they're not guarding anything?
They're trapped in there.
Well, and think about, because they're beasts. So think about the last time you saw a cow. What was it wearing?
Well, Minotaurs aren't actually beasts. Minotaurs do have some intelligence. But yeah,
When they're alive,
they
maybe.
they trapped in there. Like this, they're just
Mhm.
skeletons with their skeletal axes. We can kill them. I mean, how long do we have left? Minute-wise for the
7
door.
Mm.
Well, we could kill them in 7 minutes.
Well, we have 6 on next turn.
No, because then once we start killing them, it will become 6 seconds round. Remember that.
yeah.
Why didn't you move, Jim, to try to start killing them?
By killing them, we can just pellet them with ranged weapons till they die.
Yeah, but you still have to be in front of them, and you can probably make one attack on.
Yeah, and I can use my bow.
I mean, the axes could be worth money if we really want them.
We're too busy talking. Just move in front of them
Yeah.
and attack them if that's what you want to do. Not that one. One below.
Yeah, the one with the 5 circle.
I'm not gonna bother. Like, I'm just gonna walk out because there's nothing really we can do anymore inside this place.
Okay. Yep.
And there's still the roof to explore.
Next person.
Okay. Well, when it gets finally to be my turn, Eldor is going to head for the door as well.
Is anyone else going to bang their heads against these things? Or are you guys all
Bang
just
there.
done and ready to move on?
I'm done.
Well, I was thinking I'd just use my dagger to try and carve in Cade was here on the wall.
Okay, performance check. Let's see how pretty you do.
Oh, yeah. In the tower or in the chat?
In the towel. And you're carving it where you stand?
Yeah.
It's pretty legible, but it's not very fancy.
Not very fancy. What are you talking about?
Well, it's not fancy. It's just legible.
It's fancy
Well,
arcade.
that works.
Okay. My last action after everyone gets out of there is I'm going to take the crowbar and close the door again.
Actually, I would like to see if the door closes by itself once the magic wears off.
Okay, I'm fine for that.
Give me back my crowbar.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
Oops, did it fall on your head? No. Nope, no PV.
Okay,
As the time runs up and magic is restored in the door, you hear this rolling sound and you can see the hinges. There's a bunch of moving parts spinning around and those funny things you saw. And a couple of static shots shoot off of it and the door slowly closes shut.
Okay.
Okay, so each time we
Okay,
want to
let's-
go in there.
let's go to the roof, guys.
Yes. Where is the stairs?
It's actually a ladder.
Oh, is it a ladder?
I'm going
Oh,
going
I
to
see.
have-
Over there.
I'm going to call my raven to me again and have the raven fly up the ladder. And that way I can see if there's anything on the roof.
Okay.
Smart.
Okay. So as you come up onto the roof, and there's not much to do on the roof itself, there's no combat up here, but there is this large... How to describe it? It's a large pile of ashes with lots of smoke bones coming out from it. And you can see multiple piles of wood and several barrels up there.
Several bales? Like
Barrels,
of straw?
B-A-R-R-E-L-S.
Barrels.
Next to the wood, and there's also, yeah. That's, yeah. And of course there's a pillar coming up as tall as the tower is tall. It's 2 or 3 times taller than that, just in the very center, going up really, really tall, with no, it doesn't have a staircase or anything, but it has kind of like a ladder carved in the stone going up. It was built that way.
I examine this pile, yeah, for any arcane traces. These ashes, if they see what they were, maybe.
And that would be on
Or
the
how
very
they got-
top of the tower. I was trying to figure out how to wall it, and I probably did a rotten job of that. So are you climbing up on top of the pillar in the middle of the top of the tower?
When we make an athletics check,
You may.
A what?
There is a tall pillar in the middle of the top of the tower that goes up another good 50, 60 feet into the
Right.
air. So it's
That may
Can
may
you
be
climb
worth. I'd recommend someone with a good dexterity give it a try.
it? Uh-huh.
I will try to climb the thing.
I will attempt it as well. It's athletics, right? Or is it acrobatics?
Top of your skills.
Does
Acrobatics.
anyone have a feather fall? The ability to cast that?
I do.
Who is that does? Jimmy?
Ballard.
Vallard? Vallard, I recommend you stay on the ground and prepare your feather fall in case you see Cade drop. Like fall off
No.
this thing.
That'd be nice.
No. I can target up to 5 people, including myself. So 6.
Wait, why are
Okay.
we going up top there? Like, I can just use Mage Hand to bring whatever up there down.
you could, but what's the fun in that?
Yeah,
Right.
I want to climb.
Well, in that case, Cade, I recommend maybe you stay down and let Vallard go up. He can cast it as a reaction, but for him to cast it on you is probably an action, which means you might hit before he gets it cast.
I actually, before I start climbing, I pull out one small feather from my pack.
Cool. He prefers
That's
using
okay.
his feathers, the actual component, instead of playing the flute on the way down.
Yes.
Whistle, whistle!
I actually have a lute, so
Okay.
So,
how
So
does
that
my
is climb-
acrobatics check?
So, Valod, you do manage to get up to the top of this, and there is a nice pile of ashes up there, and some metal prongs sticking out in several different directions.
Metal prongs?
Yep.
Could I perhaps know what they're for? Maybe to collect electricity?
I'm assuming that's how the door opens at the bottom.
Of course, it might just be a lightning rod. How's the weather looking?
Yeah, that's
Well, now that you mention it, there's a raging lightning storm going on. Joking, that was not a critical fail. It's a cloudy day, but there's no rain coming down.
Okay. No.
So obviously, every year was trying to make Frankenstein's monster.
so. I just hop down and cast Featherfall on my way down.
Could have brought some of the ashes with you. There's nothing else. There's nothing really else in the tower. Then I'm assuming.
I mean, there are several bales around here on top of the roof and a bunch of piles of wood.
Okay. Well, I'll go while he's climbing up there. Eldor will go around and, crack open the barrels and look inside and stuff like that. Sift through the ashes, that sort of thing.
I'll join him.
Okay. The bales, What check? The bales seem to be filled with 4 different types of chemicals. 4 different types of salts. And
Interesting.
you can roll to get more information on that.
Okay. What would you
Would
like
that
me
be
to-
a history or investigation?
History would make sense because it's what you've encountered before.
Okay. What makes sense?
History, I think, is probably the best.
History.
Okay, and that'll
Okay.
do it.
Could be something. It could be salts and stuff of value. We could sell back at town, hopefully.
Okay.
And as I push off and cast Featherfalling, I start to glide over to them.
All right. Oh, interesting. Yeah, these are chemicals, guys.
Yep. We can probably sell this to the calcium The calcium chloride, that's valuable for an alchemist. The sodium nitrate could be useful for farmers.
I'm an alchemist.
The barium chloride could be barrel. We're talking like barrels here. It's like stuff we could sell for quite a bit of money.
Well, if
The-
of course a barrel, I don't know how much they weigh. Carrying
Mhm.
them might be an issue.
It's a barrel. You can
Oh,
roll
don't
it.
worry. We can jump. We can jump off
You
the
could
tower.
you could just roll it all the way back up to the whatever, back to the town.
How?
Copper
Well.
chloride. This stuff could be worth money.
Okay. Well, if you want, we can. How high is this roof off the ground, Pronobus, roughly?
Well, he said
I would
that.
I wouldn't drop it off the actual roof of the tower. It will more than likely break.
Oh, I agree with that,
Yeah,
but I'm
I mean-
saying we can rope it down if it's not too far.
It's a good
Yeah,
40
I have a
feet.
rope. It's 50 feet.
So
40 feet.
40 feet. Okay, I've got a 50-foot rope, I think.
Me too. We can do it together.
Yeah.
I have feather falling so that we can you can hold it and we'll just jump.
okay. So what exactly is your goal as far as moving this stuff? Are you trying to get it to the nearby farming village? Are you trying to get it back to the Nexus? What is your goal?
I would say we'd get it back to the trading village that's not far from the Nexus, and well, no, I guess people don't actually buy that type of stuff there. I don't know, where do we try to sell this stuff, guys? I'm not sure if it's worth the effort.
I have an idea.
Sodium chloride is can be used for
I actually have someone.
Alchemist.
I love it. I give you guys a puzzle and you decide where can we sell the components to solve the puzzle.
I actually have
Yeah.
a person that might be interested in buying this stuff. We just need to go to that farming town that's not too far from the Nexus. What is the name of it again, Pronobus?
Umag, I think. I can look that up.
Umag. Yes, that's the name. We just need to go to Umag.
What about the cellar?
was already cleared.
Previous group took care of that.
Oh. Oh yeah,
So we
because
get-
we found all the skeletons and stuff.
So are we gonna take this stuff and then move it off so long? Get it off the tower so long?
Oh wait, Eldor, can you read Orcish?
No, I cannot.
Okay.
Yeah, Elvish and Dwarven is for me. Yeah. Pronobus seemed to indicate that he thinks this is a puzzle of some sort. Although, guys, I know a chemist quite well, and I don't know of any way to combine these guys to make something usefully different.
Oh no, see, it's not for that. Sodium nitrate alone is worth money because that stuff, like, it's very helpful for fertilizing fields.
Let's just
Well,
go.
Yeah, I mean
I'll-
it. Yeah, it's useful. I mean, we could find a barrel full of sodium chloride also. Very useful, delicious on meat, but it's not worth much.
Oh, salt is worth a fortune, by the way.
Really?
Sodium chloride, it's worth a fortune.
Yeah, it is.
It was worth its
Oh,
weight in
okay.
gold back then. If
I
you're talking
did
about
not
regular
realize.
salt.
Yeah,
Did not realize.
these barrels are literally worth a fortune back in these days because these are not stuff. This is stuff you have to mine out of the earth.
How many
Okay.
barrels are there?
4 looks like.
For one of
Okay.
each of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
grab a barrel.
How much do they weigh each?
100
Pronobus?
pounds.
How
Okay.
much?
So,
100 pounds apiece.
right.
Oh, that's doable.
So
Yep.
I can carry one.
It's
Uh,
doable. It's doable for you guys unless you guys take some of my stuff. Probably the size of me as well.
Yeah. what I would do if we're convinced these guys are really valuable, I would rope them down to the ground, and then go ahead and roll them along the
That's
way
my-
to where we're going.
That was my plan.
Yeah.
I was just saying, pick them up so that I can cast Featherfall on all of us, so that there's
Yeah.
no chance of the rope breaking, so that it
We can just
falls
step
and
off.
breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's-
also,
Yeah.
there's no chance of anybody waiting around to just get our barrels. I mean, we can
Yeah.
handle 2 seconds of exhaustion.
Yeah. So let's do that. We can do that. I get a
You mean
barrel.
2 seconds
close
of
to the edge.
encumbrance.
Yeah, 2 seconds of encumbrance.
I get the barrels close to an edge there. I'm ready to go.
We have to
Okay.
be carrying them because I cannot cast it on 8 of us.
Yeah, I know. I'm ready to go. So everyone's ready. I'll pick mine up. And you can
So you
cross
line
me
up on
over.
the edge, everyone bill hugging a barrel, and then you
Okay.
together as a group, 1, 2, 3, you all roll off, and Valor casts Featherfall on you on the way down. Which
Yeah.
And
it allows you to land without taking damage, but you still get the wind knocked out of you by landing with a barrel on top of you. But
Yeah,
you all
that's
get
fine.
up and you're okay.
That's fine. Okay,
I-
that's fine.
I actually roll acrobatics to see if I can land feet first.
Yeah.
Okay. And you land with the barrel knocking you over.
Okay.
So,
What did I
Okay, I'll
roll?
do the same.
Okay.
do we have a Schumann in the group?
Well, we're getting near the end of our time in the real world,
So-
guys. So I guess at
Yeah.
this point, Pronobis, are these saleable, for something so we can do something about them loot wise, or do they just become part of the party sheet?
You
Or...
take them off to the contact that he was talking about, Shimon, who takes one look at them and says, "You really like stealing from powerful nations, don't you? First the dwarves, now the orcs? There's no way I can smuggle that out."
Wait, who are we talking to?
No idea what's going on.
Shimon, son of Talmai, is the contact that he wanted you to take these to.
Mhm.
Apparently,
Oh,
we stole
yeah,
it.
I was-
all.
Where did you
I was
get the
trying to
file
get
chemicals
to-
from anyway?
Can we
An
hold on a
abandoned-
second? I need to do something real quick.
Well, to be fair, Mr. Showman, whoever's worried about these barrels is either dead or missing.
That's true.
Most likely dead, considering the state of the tower it was in.
Can I do a persuasion check? No, not persuasion. What's it called? It's
I can just charm
Intimidation?
him. Like, wait,
Yeah.
it's 5p. No, it's 5p for me, right?
no persuasion. Persuasion.
You could try it.
I'll do it. Is it in the tower?
Yeah. So how are you intimidating him?
Telling him whoever's worried about these barrels is either dead or missing.
Okay, so you're just using words. And he
Yes.
looks at you like you're crazy and says, "The Orc Empire still has the largest army in the land. They still have so many soldiers of fine power and strength that I'm not touching those."
Mr. Salesman, are these marked?
What did I miss?
I'm
You
trying
were
to
talking
convince
with
them
the
to sell our barrels.
Are
Um,
we
to
talking
buy
to
them.
Are we talking to my contact?
Yep, we're talking
Yes.
to your contact, and he just tried to intimidate them, but that didn't go like he'd hoped.
I will do a persuasion. I will say, I have done a lot of stuff for you. You have told me, you didn't tell me everything that you had to say about the dwarves. We could have gotten in a lot of damage for that. Since you did not tell us, since you did not tell me about the whole story about them being able to track it, you put me and the party that I was with in danger. I mean, I was fine going in danger with just getting the weapons, but you never told us that they could track it.
Well, you have a point there, so let me fill you in on this one. The orcs may not like outsiders, but they do communicate well with each other from a distance. They light fires using chemicals to send signals just in the color of the smoke. and the color of the flame.
Ah. Okay.
Ah, that would explain a lot there. Of course, the orcs were there, were all dead.
Yeah, the tower was completely empty. We actually
Right.
fought spiffers. to
Yeah, we
get this.
actually found a dead orc there that was killed by a spider.
Yeah,
Yes.
there was no orcs in this tower. It was just completely.
There has been the Civil War lately. Rumor has it that some orc kind of got a bit eccentric and decided to make the ultimate warrior. He'd magically combine them with the resilience of a spider, because we all know how hard those are to kill. The result was the Spiffiors.
Ah, cool.
So, since the tower was dead, and there was nobody that could have known that that was there, would you sell it for us? And I will roll a persuasion check.
Who would I even sell it to? The only
Back to the
people that
orcs.
use this type of fire and flame are the orcs. The only people who mine
Well,
it are the orcs. If I show up
Well, you
with
could-
4 barrels of their property, they're just gonna kill me.
No, you see, you don't sell 4 barrels of the stuff. You sell, or even a few handful of the stuff over time. I mean,
Yeah, you sell a few
individually,
things at a time.
individually, the stuff is still worth resources. It's still worth money.
You sell a
full
few
value of
ounces
it.
at a time.
We don't want the full value of it right now. We'll give you a good deal. You're getting a good cut because the stuff it's actually, you know, a lot of people use it.
A
If
lot
you
of people
sell a
use it
few
for what?
ounces-
Name one use.
Melting ice on your driveway 2,000 years from now.
I know none of what you speak. What is this driveway?
So, sodium nitrate is a useful fertilizer.
What is fertilizer?
Yeah.
It's something.
You know,
It's a-
fertilizer is what you sell to farmers. Trust me, if you go to any farm and you
Right.
tell them that you have sodium nitrate, they'll actually buy it for you for
What
pretty
is
good
sodium
money.
nitrate?
Yeah. Actually, guys back in
Ah.
the medieval times, all they used was dung.
Yeah, they would shit in buckets.
No.
Sell-
But sodium nitrate
Wait.
is the component chemical from dung.
There
Component?
is
But
no-
these people
Chemical?
don't know
Question
that.
mark?
Here's what
Stop
I'm gonna.
talking
Here's what I'm gonna
science.
suggest. Girls are not worth much to us, but we can take them back to the Nexus and leave them there posted on the wall as a possible quest for the next group or another group that comes along that may find an interesting way of dealing with the orcs using these barrels. But I don't think they're worth much to us today.
I tell him. I tell my contact. I show him the. What would we call? Would it just be called salt? What would sodium
Yes.
nitrate be as an actual
These,
thing?
these are all salts.
It's
None
a
of them
mineral.
are.
No,
None of
sodium
them are
nitrate would be a mineral.
I show him the mineral that is used as a fertilizer, and I say, tell the farmers that this will help their crops grow faster.
But that's Bacchus's job.
Mhm.
You will make
Yeah.
a lot of money off of it, though. Do you want him to get all the money for this?
I don't want to take money from a demi-human. They tend to get mad. He'd fill my house with wine or some such.
Wouldn't that be
I don't-
awesome because you could sell it?
Not with it drowning me in my sleep.
Yeah. I think we're barking up a dead tree here, guys.
He's perfectly alive. I don't know about you.
Oh, and yes, I know very much that sodium nitrate is a really good fertilizer, but that's not what it would have been known for back then. The Chinese did use some of these salts, and I'm speaking completely out of character now. The Chinese did use some of these salts in fireworks, and the science has then been refined since then. Each of these chemicals provides a different color, and that was all in the book in Orcish, which you guys couldn't read.
Unless I used comprehend language, which I was going to do after we sold it or figure out what we're going to do with it.
Yeah, well, that can be for next time because you guys don't have enough time to deal with it. So let's divvy up the loot, shall we?
Yep.
And Jimmy,
Sounds good.
you can't talk science back in this time. There is no
No,
such thing as that sort of science.
this was magic, man. I know what the stuff is. I'm a mage. I'm a wizard.
Okay, so you guys all get very nice chunk, 40, about 52, 53-ish gold.
Cool.
And then, of course, you can divvy up your items. Which, once you guys use your Heartstone to teleport back to the Nexus, he identifies at least most of these things.
So I only have 15 GP, and all the XP that we got before, it says that it's at 0 for me.
It says your XP is at 0.
Yeah.
Oh crap! This is a reverse love potion. It makes you fall in love.
Who says they have 0 XP? Because Cade, I'm looking at it, it says you have 357, and you level up at 400.
What? It's a bug for me then.
Do we get any sort of EXP for bringing this stuff back that might be able to help someone get into the Orc City?
I mean, it is useful stuff for like offensive action. If the orcs are the only people that are using it, and now we have 4 barrels of it plus the book on how to use it.
And I'm only going to give you partial XP for that, because to get to the top of the tower took 3 sessions. So yes, you get part of the reward because you were the last group. You do not get all of the XP for finding that, because that'd just be too much.
Okay.
But I will give you guys a little bit. And move Valord because he gets reduced XP.
Can I do a persuasion roll to let me have full EXP?
No. They'll get 32.
Let's see how close I am.
11 XP for me.
What do you mean 11 XP for you? Oh, to the next level?
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Which, for a beginning session, almost getting a level as level 3s is about right for a session.
Mm-hmm.
So then you get 17 to him, which brings you a total XP.
What?
I'm giving you 1 more XP because I feel generous.
No, thank you.
I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to Valord.
Oh.
He was
Wow,
about to be
what
on an XP number that I just didn't like.
Oh,
So, anyway.
triple sixes.
Yeah.
Ooh, all right. Yeah.
I know it doesn't actually mean anything, but anyway.